live for Wednesday, November 10th, 2021. Do 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 do.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hughes. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hughes. That's Joe Hughes.
I want a girl who will mine for her diamonds. I want a girl who can sort a chest. I want a girl with shears that cut and swords that burn through zombie flesh. I want a girl who knows world generation, who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's modding her community. She's flying through the air. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. I want a girl who logs in early. I want a girl who plays till late. I want a girl with unobstructed creativity who uses a tripwire to ruin your day. With shulker boxes organized and lustrous in a tone that will torch you like desert grass. Who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. I want a girl whose shield is emblazoned. I want a girl with good enchantments. On some server we will meet incidentally. We'll start to talk as we shoot skeletons. She wants a spawn with biome convenience. She wants a spawn that's in good repair. She's changing her end from wither to dragon. She's trading her archery for a trident that's self-repairing. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. Who's the guy who conquers death? The mister with the whispers when Mumbo forgets. After introducing Pearl and Gem to say we're settling a continent. Shoulder to shoulder, surrounded by water, beyond which reset, risk your face if you wanna. We live close, we build close, we speak in proximity. Season 8's here today, still in its infancy. Mumbo is saying go, everyone's cheering. Suddenly scattering, always unfearing. Though it passed by without Mumbo mentioning, there's a crew, you know who to keep you adventuring. Asuma securing villagers. Pearl on fine architecture. Joe grabbing supplies, ready to throw at the first fools who die. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The very first to die, B-double-O don't cry. Pops and quite chagrin, takes some apples and he flies. Zombie Cleo's next, needs an axe for the road. Geared up and cheered up, she's off with some lows. Gemini and Tay appears slain by Jevin. But B-dubs is back before Joe loads the first chest in. Then Pearl's killed by Cleo, who Joe had armed previously. Then Cleo's dead too, per Isco mischievously. Impulse SV got blown up by a creeper. Says he won't be back, but how can he be sure? Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again.
The resupply crew.
Assume a laddering a mine shaft.
The resupply crew.
Pearl egging a shell.
The resupply crew.
Joe lavaing a portal. Yo, you're immortal, here's a doorway to hell.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Who's the guy who struck his first die encircled suddenly by 3 of his friends? Tango, Corrales, and B-double-O, all armed and armored to shake down Joe. Threats bacon triplicate fully surrounded. Joe took to the sky with Cobble unbounded. Lava to dump on the brigands below, or on himself. Misdirection, let's go! Heading down to somewhere with coordinates in hand. Bridging and a tunneling connecting flower forest land. Cleo is away, so Joe leaves her a saddle. He hopes as he does she won't use it for battle. Returning to World Spawn and lighting his tunnel, he keeps striking lava and dies a whole bundle. And droughts hunting squids, though he tried his best. But no worries, back at World Spawn there's a resupply chest. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. One chest becomes 4, labeled in stock. The shell thickens yet with smooth sandstone block. Bushes are placed, ravines are filled in. Also the hermits can keep adventuring. If dying is losing, then living is winning. Episode's done, but the show's just beginning. Pick up some tools, some potatoes and steak, and show 'em you're real, give 'em season 8. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. We have all sorts of wild issues with OBS tonight, which is one of the reasons the stream started a little bit later than usual. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can get the face camera back on. Boom, there it is. We are currently, thanks to the folks who tipped during the crafting stream earlier, we are 17 away from the next face camera expansion, and we are currently at the most obnoxious Joe Passity, I believe, the 60% Tony Stark helmet cam. Ooh. So everybody who tipped up to this point made the face camera more obnoxious. If you'd like it to be less obnoxious, we're only 17 away, like I said. Although Dark Dialga just rolled in with 2, says, look out, it's Joe Hills, run for your lives. So boom, that's going to put us 15 away from the next face camera expansion. Welcome, everyone. I saw a lot of names earlier that I recognized. Welcome, Tosin Plays. Welcome, NJ, Mahis, Cameron, Dark Dialga, Super to Beans, Quiet to Devious, Grant to Rogers, Rix 100, Sunset. I was going to start the stream up here and talk about the progress that I made last night. Because I got in about 4 hours of building after Pathfinder, and not a lot of sleeping. But Hey, Dark Dialga with another one. Thank you. Let's get that on the abacus here. Boom. Footing us 14 away from the next face camera expansion. Welcome, Louisa. Welcome, Yazzie Wolf. Noodles. 46 Bonnie. Fear the Storm. KB. Welcome, Reed to Phillips. Okay. So, oh boy. It has been... Tosin, you gotta stop yelling in all caps. That's... Yeah. I know that you're not a bad guy, but you got to follow the rules. That's just, I let it pass initially, but you can't just keep yelling in all caps. Yeah. So anyway, so I spent about 4 hours last night. Yeah. You're good, Tosin. So the funny thing is, it's like a lot of times people that I know, or who I follow, or who are broadly familiar with my work but don't come to the stream usually, they roll it and the first thing they do is yell in all caps, and I have to differentiate. I have to be like, if I let you yell in all caps, the people who are like children won't follow the rules either. But you're great, Tosin. We're good. Okay, this happens all the time. So anyway, if you want to see what I did last night, I put up a quick a little tweet with a time lapse I made in replay mod. Although, wait, yeah, I'll just post the tweet because honestly, OBS has broken so many things so far. Like the tablet's not working. I couldn't get originally with the tablet not working. I was like, well, I can route around that. We don't always need the tablet, but then it wouldn't load the Minecraft window, and like. The Minecraft window is the thing we actually need to record. So, that was a whole thing. Yeah, the camera gets bigger based on tipping milestones. We are currently 14 away from the next face camera expansion. But that's a great question, Great Xena, who says, is this face cam size normal? This is one of many face camera sizes that is normal because it changes over time as we get tips. It resets every day at 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time. And so since we had a stream this morning, it hasn't reset yet. Okay. So what I was going to show off was that last night, off camera, I moved this wall back to get it aligned properly. So now this is perfect. Then I also took this road here and I lowered it and moved it so it starts arcing around that way. It used to dead end into this wall here. Where you can see there's no flowers is where it was dead ending. I'll duck out of the way for a second. And I uncovered that pond again. Yeah, that time lapse is super satisfying. That was, that particular chunk of the time lapse was like 2 hours worth of work, I think, roughly. So we also, in order to make that work, and I'm going to run around with some bone meal and clean this up to add flowers in and stuff. But for right now, I'm kind of keeping the working area clean. I also moved this road, and I had to bring this door up a level. So we actually need to put in some stairs here. And probably replace those. Is this the Silk Touch? No, that's... probably replace these panes. That is no longer spider-proof. So, yeah. Which one was the glass one? This one's the glass one. What? There's no non-paned glass? Oh, no. Okay. Well, we're going to cook some glass real quick because why would we not? So, yeah. Let's cook some glass just so we have literally any glass to work with. MavFan166 says his face is half my screen. Oh, well, if you full screen the Twitch window, my face will fill your entire screen. It should be taking up all of your screen. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But that's definitely on your end and not my mistake. Okay, so we have deep slate brick stairs. Let's... Hey, welcome, Asetcha. Rose Wolf says, hey, Joe, how was your art stream? It was good. We did a lot of detail work on painting the miniatures. The colors look a lot better. It's kind of hard to tell because of the translucency. But, like, we got Viari's hair and skin tone in. I lightened his cape some so it contrasts more with Jim Darkmagic's. Jim Darkmagic's outfit now has 2 different like contrasting purples, which looks a lot better versus the base coat. I did Omendron's Timora symbol here, and I did a second coat of a lot of the colors for a lot of the things for everybody. For Rosie Beestinger, I actually got the white on for her white cape or cloak. The chroma is not really working well there, but yeah, these minis are not for my Pathfinder game; they're for my Clank expansion. Okay, so we should be able to run down here. Somebody says Sassy Joe has entered the stream. I don't think so. I think I've always been here. Okay, so we got some light gray dye. Yeah, Gem did pop in for a little bit. We might do something different with that, but yeah, maybe that should be dark. Philip tips 5 and says, "Hey yo Joe, show the new viewers what it's about. Make it bigger. Check PayPal." That's gonna put us 9 away from our next face camera expansion, but it sounds like we might have more to expect in PayPal. Let me check our alerts over there. Boom. Thank you so much to Nyla for tipping 14. So let's see, that 9 plus this 5. That's going to put us 15 away from the next expansion after this one. Here we go. If you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, please direct your attention to my face, because here we go. It's time to expand. Just do-do-do-do. We are now into what we like to call in the industry T. Joe Eckhilsberg size. And we are going to lower the Joe opacity now to 50%. Turn off that lamp there. Boom. Looking good in the neighborhood. Or on my face. Okay. Then we also got another tip. Thank you, Nyla, for that one. From Morgriana B, who says, "Grow Hills," and tips 14. That puts us 1 away from the next face camera expansion. But then Philip D says, "Hey Joe, show the next size," with another 14. So that's that puts us 7 away from the next one after this one. So here we go. It's time to expand. Just do. And we are going to lower the Joe opacity again to 42%. So there we go. Thank you, Nyla, Morgriana B, and Philip D for those wonderful tips. Okay. So I'm going to make sure my eye is lined up. So if I search for, like, eye... Yeah, it shows up in the search box. Good. Okay. So now that we've got that roughly going, I think that we need to maybe run through our pre-stream checklist to make sure that we haven't forgotten to do anything. We don't have a lot of time tonight because I have a lot of editing and other behind-the-scenes stuff I have to do. And I streamed for, like, 3.5, 4 hours earlier with Cleo, which was super fun, but also exhausting. Oh, and the other reason that I'm exhausted, I'll tell you, we actually had a very successful night. Not Cleo and I, but my daughter and I, but I am also now exhausted. And I'll tell you why after we start the stream.
Make sure they're bright and gleam.
Dial tweet, pour water, tank top, and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the stream, and so I'll pause folding and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before, lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking, will my stream begin?
After howdy, it's items and chess tools breaking. Pickaxe and poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. Then I'll click crafting quick, anvil time, enchant pick, then I'll replace the books in random chests with care. I'll tour my winery. I know
Alrighty, so it is about time to take down that starting up stream sign once I get my head in a bed so I can lay it down to dream. Okay, is somebody else sleeping through the night? Yes or no? Thanks, Cub. Okay, so now we can take down that setting up stream sign. We should be all good to go. Cookie Dough, thank you for the kind words. Okay. So, what I was just working on during that setup song there was I was trying to get the, what do you call this done? The path here. This is not necessarily perfect, but it's a lot closer to where it should be than where we were. I need to pull this entire bit out here and extend it that way still. So there are still a few known gaps in the castle. But if we actually go underneath with the magic of ender pearls, which I'm realizing we should probably, if we're going to use the magic of ender pearls, we should have more than 3 ender pearls on us. So let's grab more ender pearls real quick. Okay. So, bum 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 dum bum dum bum, do 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 do, da da, da da. Okay, we don't need this moss and whatever here. Okay. So yeah, okay, so we can jump down onto the bed to break our fall. And then, yeah, I can show you all that this is the last remaining gap, as far as I can tell, underground here. Like, all the rest of this should be pretty good. Like, I don't see any gaps anywhere. I do see an Enderman, which makes me think we don't have this fully lit somehow. That's a separate problem. Although we only have 1 torch with which to fix it. Oh boy. But like, on the whole, this should be fairly well lit. I'm really wondering if that guy spawned somewhere up here. But whatever. He's in a hurry all of a sudden. Okay. Well, core concept, we've got this pretty well lit underneath here. We don't have any huge gaps. He could have teleported in. That's true. But we've got 1 gap in the wall right here. And the reason we haven't fixed this gap yet is because this diamond that goes over this exit here for the road still needs to be done. But over here, meanwhile, I'm kind of cleaning up this pond a little bit. And we can plant a bunch more trees and kind of have this work a little bit more cutely. The grass will grow in there eventually. But yeah, I'm also realizing that this maybe doesn't need to be as huge here. Does this road go anywhere? I realize I set this road up to go into the woods because it matches where it goes on the model, but I don't know if I actually connected it to anything. It might just exist to showcase the castle. Okay. Well, this is exceptionally dumb. How close is it to the actual road that we built? It's all the way over there. I should probably have it, like, at least go to the water and build, like, a little water park or something here. Like, a little, like... Yeah, this is a huge road to not go anywhere, right? Huh. Hey, welcome Centauratron and Centaura Mom. Glad you could join us. Okay, so we have a huge road that goes here, mostly to match the original castle and doesn't connect to anything. Oh boy. It doesn't even, like, it literally runs into a pit. It's actually worse. Like, this is, it's like, I was like, does it just run into the trees? No, it runs into a pit. There's a ravine and everything. Yeah, I was thinking of putting my Patreon monument underneath the castle for this season. I forget what tier and above you get your name in a thank you thing. But like last season we did it on the chests inside, or not the chests, the containers inside the Evergiven. But I would like for this to, like, if somebody's riding their horse down this road, I feel like it should eventually go somewhere, right? Like, that would be nice. Even if it just links back up. Like, it could run to Hypnose. It's kind of, the thing is, it's actually pretty far away from that because of the way the water is there. Let's go above and try and look down at this. Okay. Just barricade it and say work in progress. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody actually ever really built south of us over here on the island. So the continent actually has room for some more building on it. Which is always good in case we decided to add a hermit mid-season. You don't want to have like 100% of the land used. They probably would have ended up back here. Which is not necessarily the best place on the server. Okay. Yeah, so you could set up back here. I think the big thing was nobody wanted to do something with mountains right now because Caves and Cliffs is coming so soon. But yeah, you could have a whole nother hermit or two set up back there on those mountains. Daniel Chapieski says spoilers. I don't think that's really a spoiler to say that, like, you know, we make decisions. But yeah, this area isn't bad because you have a good view of the castle from here. I'll duck out of the way for you. You have a good view of the castle, a good view of that crazy platform we built, and Hypnose Mushroom. Welcome, 1945 Chew Toy. We are doing well. Yeah, so once you get to here, you can only see the front. So the back of it, that's where you start having render distance stuff. Is a series of mountains no one's done anything with really spoilers? Well, maybe people were wondering what was over here. Maybe they were like, is there some sort of secret Bodum weapon back here? Yeah, there's the south end of the island, or the continent. Got a coral reef and stuff out there. The thing is, I think when we started the season, we expected a lot more people to kind of, like, storm off. Like, when Cleo and I decided to build our base together, people were like, well, but... Because Cleo and I were, like, the first ones that were like, we're going to do a joint base this season. And people were like, well, what if you get mad at each other? And it's like, well, then one of us will storm off or kick the other one out, and we'll act like we're mad at each other. And it's like, but wouldn't you actually be mad at each other in the case where you're so mad at each other that one of you has to leave? Yeah, but we'll do it on camera and make a big thing of it. And then people won't be able to tell if we're really mad at each other or not. And so, like... Yeah, there's little pockets of extra space around the server for somebody to storm off to. But I don't think anybody actually did. Like, everybody got along better than we expected. Because and not because like, oh, you know, we're all grumpy people who can't get along, but like in a group this big, like somebody's gonna go, oh, you know, I thought that I was gonna have enough room right next to everybody, but I don't. Let me relocate somewhere. Lay your head down and dream. Welcome, Jev and Raiders. Hey, Jev, I hope you had a fantastic evening. I'm just about to lay my head down and dream here. Wait, false relocated? Oh, okay. Welcome, Biscotti, Biscotti, Shadow, Eminet420, Hammer Slap, Sloppy Stew, Transit Biker, Kelvin in, King801. Glad you could join us. Welcome, welcome. We are just doing some of the finishing touches on the exterior of our castle here. We have wrapped up in the last day or two most of this wall here, with the exception of this one part here that I'm still kind of figuring out. We were just working on moving this path. Yeah, the Joe Pasty right now is 42. If you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, every time we hit a $20 tipping milestone, the camera gets bigger. We are currently $7 away from the next face camera expansion, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. But anyway, so yeah, one of the things we're working on right now, before I got distracted, I kind of went on a little tour here, was extending this road, because we used to have this road dead end into where I thought it needed to go, and it didn't. Like, the road used to go into this wall here, I think, which is why you can see, like, there's no flowers or grass or anything. But I replanted that, and I stretched this out, and I'm bringing it around here. Phoenix Fire says, what's up with the screen? Oh, well, the thing is that the face camera gets bigger and slightly more transparent every time we hit a tipping milestone. And so you can see, if we search for my eye in Minecraft here, there it is. Face camera. Yeah, lots of streamers have a face camera. That's mine. So anyway, I've been kind of working on figuring out how to get these paths in here. This is going to kind of create like an impromptu... This intersection here is going to be kind of bigger maybe than it should be, just because it's kind of awkward at the angles. Hey, Ollie Pop, number 1. Thank you very much for tipping 2. That puts us, where's the abacus? Boom, 5 away from our next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via PayPal, paypal.me and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, this is Castle Hohenzollern. For those of y'all who are just joining via the incredible Jevin stream, maybe we should go ahead and give you a view of it from another angle. Boom. So you can see it's pretty cool. This is based on a real castle in Germany. I love that Trident Enderpearl trick. It's like, first I land, and then I land again. But, okay, so we need to take the surplus seeds I'm carrying over to the composter, too. Dang it. Did I actually end up in or on the gym? Whoops. Blurg. I wanted to have a good view of the castle so I could show the Jevin peeps. But yeah, I'll duck out of the way real quick. But yeah, this is like Cleo and my mega base project for the season. Is it's a model of Castle Hohenzollern, which is a real castle in Germany. Cleo and I have been working on this for months. So, okay. Let's go and head back here, though. Did I fix the wall? I did. I did fix the wall. Okay, so we're going to go over here, and we're going to get rid of these extra wheat seeds first. And we're going to grab the bone meal. Well, nope, there's no bone meal yet. We're going to not, deal with the bone meal right now. So let's head back, though, and... Oh, we should probably check the flower shop real quick. Wait, what is this? Come visit the Evil Emporium for sale at low prices. Oh my gosh, did somebody actually follow my sign? I had a sign here that said if you wanted to build a stall, you just needed to pay me 30 diamonds. And this one actually has the 30 diamonds right there. I think that's 30 diamonds, right? Wait. Yeah, I think each of these is worth 10 diamonds or something. Thank goodness, somebody actually paid me, finally. I'm so excited. I'll make sure I'm recording when I pick that up. Okay. Okay, B. Whoops. That didn't work the way I intended. But we're gonna head back here. Dang it. That didn't work the way I intended either. Let's just get all the ender pearls out of our offhand. Move them back over here. Okay, shovel out. Let's finish this terrible intersection. I'm really trying to figure out the best way to revise this. I think what I might need to do, because it's just such a big area, but in some ways this feels like it should be a high traffic area. It's where the smithy meets the other stuff. It's where the smithy, the castle, all these big roads meet right here. Blogcraft, if I ask somebody to pay me 30 diamonds to build a stall in my shopping area, and they leave me 30 diamonds and a stall in the shopping area, clearly those diamonds are for me to take. That is just common sense. Put a grassy or flowery patch in the middle. I don't think that would actually happen. In fact, actually, in some ways, I kind of like this. Let me duck out of the way here. It kind of feels kind of nice. I am realizing, though, I'm going to have to probably put some sort of path from here down as well. Like, it seems like logically this would connect to this side road here. I don't know. I don't want to have the little cabin connect to the main road. If I throw in some dirt textures, it might help. Maybe. I kind of like having it all level, though. The dirt would be the wrong height, is the thing. Okay. Podzol and coarse dirt. Yeah, because the thing is, it'll be a wrong height, though. I do like the idea, though, of having this kind of... Let's replace a few of these with grass here. Through here. Yeah, have that kind of come out that way. Boom. That's going to feel good. And now... Oh, you're saying for the use podzol and coarse dirt for the path to the cabin in the woods cabin. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Jordan Deeks tips 5. Thank you, Jordan. Hey, we were 5 away from our next phase camera expansion. Now we are right at that milestone. So here we go. It's time to, whoops, expand. Just do. Where's my eye? Here it is. We're going to lower the joe opacity now to 32% Fahrenheit, not Celsius. And then Jordan says, howdy, Joe. Hope your Wednesday evening is fantastic. Can you tell us why did you choose to build Hohenzollern? How close to completion is it? Thanks. Well, Cleo and I really are way behind on this. And so our goal is to try to be able to start the interiors like by the middle of the month. We want to have the exterior done by the 15th or so. And I think that that's ambitious, but not implausible. There's a lot to do. Yeah, signposts would be good to mark the paths. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, right now, that right there is kind of a dead end. It connects over to here, which then gets kind of awkwardly bigger there, and doesn't even connect to that. There's no path leading up to there. The gem mine is kind of its own thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But we need to add a bunch of trees around the outside as well and do some landscaping. We need to add a tower over there. It's always something, you know. Okay. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and actually focus on just extending that path into the forest a little bit, because if we can see it from that platform, it doesn't go far enough. Yeah, the interior is going to be cool, but we need to have time. We need to work on it, because the thing is, we got a bunch of... We have no idea when the new update's going to come out, but we're probably going to want to do some other stuff when the update comes out. And so we don't want to just we don't want to, like, my big thing is I don't want to go and run off into a bunch of episodes where we do nothing with the castle and leave the castle looking bad from the outside. Like, we can still fix the inside at that point and be fine, but like, if somebody comes by, I don't want it to look blatantly bad, you know? Rockmelt says the castle looks like a racetrack in Super Mario Kart. Yeah, it's designed to make it hard for invaders to roll up the driveway. Hey, we just got a tip via PayPal from Marissa Roll. Woo! Thank you, Marissa Roll, for the... That's that 25. That's going to put us 1 face camera expansion in, and then 5 past it. So here we go. Grow hills, do. And we are going to lower the opacity now to 24%. All right, and let's see. It's my birthday today, writes Marissa. Watching your stream is a great way to end my day. Oh, I should have read that part first. Here we go. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Marissa Rahal. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchos más. Oh, wow. These ender pearls really can overshoot if you're not careful. Whoops. Come on, Trident. This Trident True method. And that was where the lava pit used to be. Glad I didn't fall in there. Okay. So wait, where did we overshoot to? Yeah, we were all the way back there. But yeah, thank you very much, Marissa Roll. That puts us 15 away from the next face camera expansion. And tips are, of course, welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Oh, yeah. So I was going to tell y'all the story of why I'm so... what happened this evening. That was good news. There's no suspense in this story, okay? I don't want anybody being like, oh, this story's stressing me out. The story works out fine in the end, okay? This isn't me, like, trying to build tension. And it's kind of a story about serious stuff to some degree, and so I can see why this might be genuinely stressful for some people if I just, like, start telling the story and it's like, wow, this seems pretty dumb. Wow, that's not good, you know, that sort of thing. So, anyway, yeah, so as y'all know, the federal government in the United States recently approved the vaccine for kids in the 5 to 11 age range. And Nashville has started doing some pop-up clinics around the city for kids to go get vaccinated. And they had some on Monday. Monday was the first time that they were doing them, and then today was the second time. They were doing, like, Monday, Wednesday, and I think they're doing more Friday. But they're doing them in different locations every time. And Monday, they tweeted that they had so many people show up that they weren't accepting anybody else in line. So we didn't head over there because I wasn't gonna go get there and then have them be like, the line's capped, you know. But you know, so huge demand, which is good. You love to hear it. I'm very excited about kids being able to get vaccinated. But anyway, the place that we went today is a school that is partially, like, one of their parking lots and a bunch of their buildings are all under construction. And driving can be very stressful for me. And so, like, driving, like, around parking lots that are full of construction vehicles and parts are blocked off and stuff, trying to find where we're supposed to go, and getting directions from like staff members at the school that are not particularly helpful. They can't remember the names of any of the streets nearby. They're like, okay, you need to go over here by this. And I'm like, is that this road? And the guy's like, maybe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're literally standing out here directing a line of cars out of this parking lot. But he's like, well, I just really need to get you out of this parking lot. And I'm like, so anyway, the clinics that they did on Monday in Nashville were all drive-through clinics. And so I told Corinne, okay, pack a bunch of stuff to do in the car. We might be sitting in the car for a while, right? And so I'm looking for like a queue of cars. I pull into one entrance and I'm like, no, there's no cars queued up here. This can't be it. That just leads to a parking garage. And I don't think they would queue the cars through a parking garage because that's stupid. So once again, this story has a happy ending, so I don't want to stress you out too much. It's all good, but this is part of why I'm exhausted and wiped out. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, let's try another entrance. And so we're driving around this giant school facility, which is in a very busy, high-traffic part of town. At a very busy, high-traffic time, getting caught behind, like, buses that are, like, people are trying to get their bikes attached to the front of the bus and can't figure out how to secure it properly, so the driver's getting out, and it's like... And Corinne's just like trying to ask me all these questions. So I'm like, look, I gotta focus on the road. I cannot deal with more right now. Just be patient. You have your books. I told you to bring stuff to do. Just do it while I sort this. And so, we're driving around for a little while. My goal was to get to this place. They opened like right after kids got out of school. And my goal was to get there straight from pick my daughter up at school. We hop in the car. We go straight there, right? And I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, we are just burning minutes here. They filled up yesterday or a Monday. This is gonna be packed, And let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. We got a tip rolling in from Christopher. Thank you, Christopher, for the 3. That is gonna put us 12 away from the next expansion. Okay. So, where was I? Anyway, I'm just like, okay, this is nonsense. Eventually, I'm like, wait, so based on, now that I've driven around here and I've familiarized myself with the area, which shouldn't really be necessary because there should be literally any signs or any clue where to go. It became clear that we were supposed to go park in the parking garage and then find the building or find where the band room was. But and this only became clear because when I drove up toward the parking garage, because I was like, I'm just going to park and get out and walk around. I can't, like, this whole place, the parking lots are crazy. There's too much traffic. We'll just get out and walk around until we figure out where we need to pull the car to get in line for the drive-through clinic. It's not a drive-through clinic, it turns out. But, so getting out of the car was a good instinct. So then as we're wandering around, I see, like, a bunch of people outside of a room, and I'm just like, well, that's a bunch of people filling out forms with clipboards. That's clearly it. And, like, I noticed, like, next to the door, which you would have had to already know kind of where you were going, or just wander around this entire place. Directly next to the door, there's a sign that says free COVID vaccines. And I'm like, oh, come on. And so their process was not very elegant, logistically speaking. You had to go in and get a form, and they were out of clipboards by the time I got there. So I had to, like, go right on the side. I went back outside the building to write on the wall. Not on the wall itself, but, like, lean against the wall. And so and Corinne's like, I see 10 kids here I know. Can I go run around? I'm like, no, this is an unfamiliar area. I'm trying not to screw up filling out this medical form. Like, and she's just like, I just want to run around. And I'm like, I thought she was going to be in the car. I I didn't coach her on like, hey, when we're there, make sure you stay close to me, because she's like, usually if we go somewhere and there's a bunch of kids she knows, it's a park where she's supposed to run around with all the kids. And she's just like, I don't understand. Why can't I just run around? I'll find you again. And I'm like, no, you won't. This place is just like, they gave us a number when we got our clipboard. We were 57 or something. And they were on kid number 23 at the time. Like, as they gave us the number 57, they called 23. I'm like, there are like 30 or to 60 parents here with 30 to 60 kids. Plus there's a bunch of people that came in behind us. Like, just stay close until we figure out this stuff. They also didn't have a megaphone or anything for the calling out the numbers. So, like, somebody would say, like, 23, 23, 23. And then if nobody showed up, while they quietly said 23, they had, like, one of the nurses walking around just like, is 23 here? 24? Is 24 here? And it's like, not even raising their voice, just walking around with a clipboard asking if that number is here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not optimal. Like, so I'm like, Corinne, we need to stay where we can roughly hear them, And she's like, no, I want to run and play with my friends. And I was like, I understand, but like, let's get this done. No, there was no information about this online. Just the address of the school, which is this giant sprawling complex that's like 4 blocks by 4 blocks. It's a gigantic. It's like full of construction and sports fields and all this other stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so eventually I'm like, okay, I got all this paperwork filled out. Let's see what number they're on, so we can get an idea of how long you have to run around with your friends, and then you have to stay an eye shot of me. And like, it took me a while to find a place to write and to get this form filled out, just because she was bothering me. And I got it all done, and they were on like 32, and they were at 23 when we first came in. And I was like, oh, it's been like 15 minutes. They're doing less than 1 kid per minute, and we're 57, and they said 32. So that's minimum of 25 minutes, but probably closer to 40, 45. Okay, now you can run around with your friends. Now that I know we're not going to lose our spot because we couldn't hear, that's fine. But like, I just did not want to risk, losing that. Because it's like, we have been waiting so long to get you this vaccine. Like, I just want to get it done. And so finally we get, and I stood around and chatted with some of the other parents that Corinne's friends and stuff. But like, because this was one of the, since there's only 2 locations, the odds of running into somebody there are pretty high. But yeah, so Corinne saw so many kids she knows from school. She was super excited about getting the shot. She was fine with it. Some of the other kids were a little bit, like, I don't know. I guess some kids just aren't as good with needles. Like, it's just, a personal thing. But, she was kind of a little bit apprehensive, but understood the importance of it. Once she got it, she was kind of like, well, now my arm hurts. But, like, she wasn't, like, crying or anything, like some of the smaller kids. But anyway, so some of her friends were going to go get donuts, and I was like, I know where the donut shop is in relation to where we are now, and I've been out in this traffic so much. Like, we are not going to get donuts. We need to go get dinner. Also, it has gotten late. It's, our goal was to get there as close to 3:00 as possible. And by the time we left, it was closer to 5:00. And so I was like, no, we're not going to just go get a bunch of donuts. We're going to go home and get food. And then I was like looking at the clock though, and I'm like, by the time we make food, I'm not gonna, it's going to take too long. Like, the meal that I wanted to make tonight, because I got some stuff for stir fry. It's like, we're not gonna have time to do that right tonight. So instead, I was like, okay, well, let's go pick a restaurant. We'll go out to eat, and so we went to one of our favorite places, and so I ate, you know, a restaurant serving of food rather than what I would give myself at home. Which, like, because of my digestive stuff, if I have a big meal, that knocks me out, especially if I'm already exhausted. So, yeah, like, I am just, like, completely, like, my brain is running at half speed. I had some caffeine before the stream because I have some work I need to do after this. That's, like, less, like, public facing. The thing about streaming is you have to have enough energy to talk to people. But I've got some other work I'm going to do after this. So I had some caffeine. Not too much, but enough. But yeah. Oh, boy. But I am just so relieved. Because, like, we want to go to PAX Unplugged in December. And so she should be fully vaccinated. Because she'll get her second shot early enough that we should be good for that weekend. And then we're going to go take her to Dollywood. Like closer to Christmas, go look at the Christmas lights at some point. So it's gonna be nice. I say I guess it's just, I don't know. I'm bad at figuring out stuff like that sometimes. Like, she and I are going to take her to Hollywood, I guess. But yeah, so I am, like, super relieved about that. But it took so much energy to deal with. Like, I recommend every parent get this done as quickly as you can, as soon as you can. I believe it's safe. I even tried to get her into one of the trials to prove it was safe. But anyway, thank you, Ian, for the 5. That's going to put us 7 away from the next face camera expansion. Ian says, can you name 3 baseball players? Jim Thorpe, Hank Aaron, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Brandon. Brandon says we're getting my 5-year-old vaccinated this week. Good for you. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Sophia, thank you for the 12, who says celebratory expansion for getting the kiddo her shot. Woo! Okay, so that's going to put us 5 past our next expansion milestone. Here we go. It's time to expand. Juiced. Do. And then we'll lower the opacity to... Where's my eye? Somewhere in here. I can see the glasses frame. Lower the opacity to 20%. And then hope she doesn't feel too bad tomorrow. I don't think she should for the first one. Her arm was a little bit sore at first, but should be okay. Okay. Yeah, I've been to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. That's why I know it. Okay. It's a cool town. Devin Karate says, I'm impressed you were able to remember random sports people when tired. Well, Shoeless Joe Jackson's from one of my favorite movies. Jim Thorpe is the name of a town that I've been to and a baseball player. And I read something about Hank Aaron on Twitter the other day. So, yeah. Okay. Where? I feel like... Oh, there's my eye. I was like, I feel like my eye isn't actually in frame. There it is. Okay. So let's see how this looks from the platform there. We're going to offload some dirt. Hey, welcome, Jays. Glad you could join us. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the chance to leave Philly for PAX this year because we're going to be kind of in and out on the trip. Since my daughter has school that Friday, we're going to fly in Friday night and fly out Sunday because she's got school Monday too. But I'm not keen on her missing school for stuff, and neither are custody judges. So, Okay, so we're going to go up to the platform and see if the path looks a lot better now. I mean, I didn't do all that work on this part of the path to just have that completely look terrible. Is kind of how I feel about it. And I might plant some other trees nearby, but okay. Yeah, I don't even know if we'll have time to go to Four Seasons Total Landscaping, which is in Philly. Guys, I know Badger and NJ really want to go, but I don't think Corinne will get the joke. You can see where that ends. Interesting. Okay, well, what I probably need to do is have it curve, like, under the tree line. Back that, like, along the water. That's how we're going to handle this. Welcome, Connor Hayes. Okay. Yeah, I guess just from this particular angle, you know, I should have been able to figure that out. Oh, if I stand here, I can see the platform, so that means the platform can see the... No. Oh, well. Yeah. So yeah, let's just try and curve this way, I think. That'll kind of naturally give us an out here. And, of course, it's getting dark. Of course. No, dang it. Did it throw? I don't think it threw. I don't think anything threw. Oh, come on. There we go. That one definitely threw. Okay. Yeah, I want to watch that Four Seasons Total Landscaping, what do you call it? Documentary. I don't know if that's up on, like, streaming yet. I am part of the No Wings Club. I'm at 1809 days. Woo! Okay, let's see. I'm looking at my stats here, and we are at the hour. This is a 1-hour chill stream. So, I have so much stuff that I need to get done. Because turns out tomorrow is Veterans Day, so kids don't have school. And so I got to get a bunch of work done tonight so that I can hang out with my kid tomorrow. Because that would be way more fun for her. So I'm going to go and try and get that done. You'll probably see me. I'm not going straight to bed. So whoever we raid, you'll probably see me hanging out there for a while. Let's see what is going on here. Okay, well, it looks like where am I actually likely to want to hang out in the long term? It looks like just another pinball stream is playing Godzilla Pro. So why don't we head over there? When you get there, go ahead and say howdy, y'all. Joe Hills Raid here. /raid, just another pinball stream. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, you know what? Actually, we don't have time to play the outro theme because like the rating thing is gonna kick in automatically. So when you get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills Raid here. Oh my gosh, I can't focus enough to do a stream. We are at the end of my streaming capacity for today. Okay, until next time, y'all. This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do 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 do.